Hey everybody, welcome back to Lemon Branch Travels. Today we're spending the day in Salzburg, Austria, and starting off at Mozart's birthplace. Then we're gonna grab lunch at Café Mozart, and of course, we do some sampling of Mozartkugel. Then we're gonna take a tour of the bishop's residence, and what's cool is part of the tour is the upper level of the Salzburg Cathedral. Wait until you see the ceilings and floors that we see in there. Next, we'll walk through a cemetery with Salzburg's unique iron headstones and pass by the oldest restaurant still running since the year 803. And then we finish the day in the beautiful Mirabell Gardens. You know, those who travel have stories to tell, so let's go tell a story. We're starting out the day at one of the most important addresses in music history. That's right, this is the birthplace of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, right here on the famous street of Getreidegasse in Salzburg. Now, the building itself is charming, bright, and yellow, and it's really hard to miss, but once we step inside, it's stepping back into time. So this here is the original kitchen from the Mozart family's apartment. Now, there was 4 members of the Mozart family. There was the father Leopold, mother Anna Maria, and they had a daughter Maria Anna, and then there was little Wolfgang. The parents were known around Salzburg as the most beautiful married couple in town, and their daughter was considered very beautiful as well. Now, Wolfgang, on the other hand, was a little bit different. He was small, they say he was pale, and he's not exactly what you would call striking in appearance. Basically, he didn't look like much, but what he had inside was where the real beauty was. Because from a very young age, music just poured out of him. And even though he grew into one of the most brilliant composers in history, he remained a child for most of his life. He was really playful, he was silly, sometimes he was impulsive, but always completely immersed in his music. So here we are standing in the room where Mozart was actually born. They just call it the birth room. So it's just kind of a plain room right now, but this is the room where he was born. What's interesting is right here in the same room is Mozart's first violin. It's tiny. As you can see, it's perfectly sized just for a child. But this is the actual instrument that he learned on. One of the most interesting things here in the whole exhibit, I feel, is this page of Minuet and Trio. It's called Minuet 1. This is one of Mozart's earliest known compositions. This was written down in his own hand at the age of 5. The original sheet used to be part of a music book and is actually authenticated by his sister. You can see the way the ink pressed into the paper and just how carefully and deliberate his tiny letters were. And check this out. This is crazy. This is a real lock of Mozart hair. It's not a reproduction. It really is his actual hair. So walking around, you see tons of different paintings and different artist depictions of what Mozart really looks like. So this little painting, from what they say, this is probably the closest to what he actually looked like. If you do come to Salzburg, I would highly recommend, take the time to come through here. There's a lot of really cool artifacts and a lot of cool things, a little bit of the history of Mozart. So now we were ready for lunch and we headed over to Café Mozart. So this place has that old world Austrian vibe with dark wood. It's got big windows overlooking the streets below. Okay, so what we have is sparkling water, and this is a fabulous brand. This is so good, and it comes cold in the bottle. I personally think it's better out of the bottle than in the glass. It flattens it out, but it is so good straight out of the glass. So we ordered a mixed meat plate, and it came out as sausage links. And next to that was a pile of tangy sauerkraut and a good punch of horseradish sauce on the side. It was pretty good. It was exactly the kind of fun thing that you want to try that's local and something that is part of their local cuisine. Okay, along with the meat plate, we also tried something called a Schnittlauchbrot. It's kind of a mouthful, and I'm sure I beat it up, but essentially it's a cheesy meat sandwich and it's basically just an Austrian bread. It's served warm, it's savory. It was pretty good. Then we had dessert. So this was something new to us. We decided to order the dumplings. Basically, they are called the Salzburg Cathedral. So basically, this big, huge pile of meringue is on top of like a berry sauce. So it's served really warm, and it's pretty good. Okay, so that dumpling was really good, but let's face it, it was not chocolate. So we had to find some chocolate. So we went straight to the original home of the Mozartkugel. Now this is found at the Café-Konditorei Fürst. This is the place where these chocolate-covered marzipan treats were invented. Most Mozartkugeln you find today are mass-produced, but the ones here are still handmade. Okay, so this is the Mozartkugel, and it's marzipan, so I'm gonna take a little bite and show you what it looks like inside. So you've seen the packaging, now it's the dark chocolate.
Pistachio.
It is so yummy. It just melts in your mouth. And the texture of it is, it's more dense than you think it would be, but it's really good. Very rich, but it's as good as it looks. Gotta do it. So we're now heading into Salzburg's most impressive landmarks. These are the residents. This is basically the former home of the Prince Archbishops. These guys didn't just run the church, they actually ruled the region like royalty. So these rooms are incredible. So as we look at the ceilings, the frescoes, giant portraits, the glowing chandeliers, there's beautiful detailed wood floors. There's more art than there is architecture. The walls are draped with tapestries, which aren't just decorative. They actually helped insulate the palace during the winter. Okay, so this is the back side of one of the furnaces. So they'll build a fireplace inside here, and then they would have servants come and clean out all of this. But where it's hidden is on the back side of the wall here. And so what that furnace is, let me show you. It's this one right here. So that's what they would build the fire so that it would stay warm. So very fascinating. So they're kind of kitty corner from each other. So these guys lived in luxury, and you can kind of see that as you're going through the residence here. Now, one of the cool things is during this tour, the tour actually brought us into the Salzburg Dome or the Salzburg Cathedral. Seeing it from above, it's such a cool and unique perspective. What's cool is being up here, you are literally right here next to this massive organ, and it's just really a cool perspective to be up looking at the organ and seeing down into the cathedral. Okay, so this is the St. Peter's Cemetery. It's really beautiful. What stands out are these wrought iron headstones. Each one of them is handcrafted, and they are all completely unique. They almost look like a metal lace, but the cemetery sits right at the base of these cliffs, and it's surrounded by chapels, flowers, and quiet little pathways. But what's interesting is these iron headstones are very unique to the Salzburg area. This is St. Peter's Stiftskulanarum, which has been serving food since the year 803. Yes, I'm not talking 1803, I'm saying 803. That makes it the oldest continuously operating restaurant in Europe. So that's over 1,200 years old. We didn't eat there this time, but even just walking past the stone archways and the wooden doors, it's just like, I can't believe it's still operating. Okay, you guys, we have made it to Mirabell Gardens here in Salzburg, and this place is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to show you just a few places around, just how gorgeous this gardens is. So let me get back out in the gardens. I'm going to show you, meaning just how gorgeous this place is. So if you've ever seen the movie The Sound of Music, yes, this is where they filmed one of the most famous songs in all the movie. It's the Do Re Mi sequence where the kids go up and down the stairs around the fountains, and you cannot beat the views of the Salzburg fortress that you see off in the distance. Thank you so much for being with us today. If you did like this, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe because we've got some more adventures here in Europe coming your way. We are on our way to Neuschwanstein. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss those. So thanks again for sticking it out with us, and we will see you on the next video.